Alright, so today I'm going to show you my 2025 saddle setup. Alright, so if you're like me, you want to get into saddle hunting, but you're not sure what to buy, where to buy it, how much it's going to cost, that's what this video is here for. I'm going to show you my budget saddle setup for 2025. I'm not sponsored in any way by any of these companies. I just like the products they have, and I use them all the time. So without further ado, let's get into the setup. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is all my gear, what it is, the brands I got, the different things I got, and then how I operate it, and then we'll go over price and all that. So yeah, saddle setup. I'm running the Hawk Helium sticks, Gen 2, and I'm running the XOP Edge platform, and the XOP mutant saddle. I put 3 pouches on here, one for my tether here, I just unclip, one for my lineman's belt, and then one to cam this joker on. Sticks, they just snap together nice and easy like that. And then for my camera arm, I'm running the Muddy, the one with the Muddy camera arm with a Canon EOS R50 and a Rode Plus mic on there. Can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a really nice mic. It turns on when you turn the camera on, so you don't have to worry about forgetting to turn it on. And then this camera arm just has a strap, clips to the tree. Usually how you do this is you first, actually I like to keep it folded to start. Basically it just goes on, this goes around, and then I have a strap in my bag. It just straps there, or I have a ratchet in my bag. You can loosen these, tighten these. You can move it all around, back and forth. Yeah, it's not a crazy fancy camera arm, but it works for me. So that's my camera arm. As far as my saddle setup goes, again, like I said, I run the XOP mutant saddle with the XOP Edge platform. I have this rigged up where it sits high on me right now, but if I cam it back and around, it's just a carabiner that will go on here, and then I just bring this up and around when I'm walking, pull it up and around here so it sits up high, and then when I'm in the tree, I can start to put it on the tree and still have it attached if I need to let go of it for some reason, or if I drop it, it's still attached to me until it's actually cammed on the tree. So, yeah, that's how I run my platform. Just with that little piece of rope again, just goes around there, sits right there nice and fine, pretty secure. Until I want it, I just cam it back and around. I'll show you guys it in action here. It just obviously folds out like a regular saddle platform. You can adjust your angle and all that. But, yeah, it's a platform. I think it's about 4 or 5 pounds. And then my sticks over here, I just run the top stick for this carabiner, and then obviously I would clip the rest of these sticks onto this stick, like so, and all the sticks would be put together. The way you cam these together is, it's a little sloppy, but it's not bad. It's got these little rubber, kind of, it's like a rubbery plastic, you know, it's like a rubber, a plasticky rubber would be a better way to say it. They wiggle a little bit when you put them together, but a little bit of stealth tape can fix that pretty easy. If I'm getting real nitpicky, they wiggle, especially when you get all 4 on there, but just got to make sure you have your tighteners tight and all that. But yeah, let's go over the saddle really quick. This is the XOP Mutant, like I mentioned earlier. I run obviously my bridge here, goes around me. I run my lineman's belt over here, my tether over here, so I can just quick unclip this. I keep that just clipped on there so I can always just grab the metal. I pull it out, throw it around the tree, and lock in. My lineman's belt's here, and then back here, I keep the cam strap for my platform. Yeah, last but certainly not least, the Kuiu 1800. I believe this is the Venture 1800. Yeah, the Venture 1800. And I run this pack for my whitetail pack around here. It's a little bit smaller. You could run a smaller pack. This is on the bigger side for a whitetail pack, but I like it. I can carry my kill kit in it, all the stuff I need, all the camera gear I would need, my secondary angles, all that stuff, just fine. And it's not too big for me, so I do have a medium and a small version of that, or a medium and a large version of that, but I do recommend the medium. I think it's technically a short and a tall, but the tall seems to be kind of big, depending on how big of a guy you are in the tree. But anyway, I'll show you how these work in action. The Hawk Heliums, I 4-stick it, but I'll show you how these work with the platform. All right, so here we are. We got a nice little pine tree here. I'm only gonna go 1 stick high just to show you guys how this works. But it's on the verge of raining here, so I don't want to get rained on really. But like I said, I got my platform here. Just roots up around. Got my sticks on my right side, and I basically pull a stick off. Usually I would pull the top stick off, not the one connected to the carabiner first, obviously. I just got these AM steel cords, goes around here. I just wrap them around the thing here, the connecting points to the tree. Pretty long. You can get around some pretty big trees with this. I believe it's an 8-foot AM steel connector. So these just flip open. It's a 2-step, one on each side. They're 20 inches. I have the 20 inches. I prefer these just because when I'm setting up my saddle, I can get both feet on there and really get a good stance as I'm putting my platform on and trying to cinch things, you know. It's just a little safer in my opinion. So obviously, I would usually put my first stick like kind of up here, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to go down nice and low. You take your stick, you can kind of hold it with your body against the tree, go around with the AM steel, and you just wrap it around these, around. Then there's kind of this crisscross thing here. I don't know if you can see that, but I go around, then I do my figure 8, and I do 2 circles around, and then I just do a slip knot. So I'll do a close-up of that here soon. But, alright, so here I have one of my sticks. I have it all folded up still, and I have the AM steel here. You place your stick on your tree. I'm just on this beam right now because I'm giving you a close-up of how to tie this knot. But basically, you make sure it's not all tangled up in here like mine is right now. Take your AM steel, connect it to this button, keep it connected there. You go around the tree, pretty simple. Once you're around the tree, you can, once you're around the tree, you can come back. And I start by going around, over the top of this button, and I go underneath. Right, so I'm going underneath, okay? And then you can kind of see this is like a little bat wing here. This is like a little X. It goes down and then down. A little half moon on each side. I come down across to the bottom moon on the other side. So again, I went over, under, kind of like over and around. And then I'm going down and across, and then back up the back side. So I went down, back up behind it, and then I'm going to make a crisscross over the top now. So you got a little X over the top, and then back up over here. And then I just like to do 2 loops around it, and then take this guy after you wrapped around 2 times, and we're just going to go up in the back over this cord. So I'm going to drop my tail over that cord and pull down. So I'm over the cord now, and now I'm just going to pull this cord here, I'm just going to reach through my loop and grab it. And I'm just going to pull so that it's I got a little loop here. And then I'll just tighten that up and leave that sit as so that I tuck it behind here usually so I don't catch it on my way up. And then you'd cinch it down. Obviously, I'm not going to cinch it on the beam, but that's how you tie the knot. And then you cinch it down, and then when you're ready to go, you just grab this line, pull it, and come back around. Then you can undo your loops, undo your crisscross, and then obviously you're good to go. Just open up your sticks, cinch it down, nice and tight, and you got your first step. There you go, nice and secure, not going anywhere. Then I'll start with my bottom stick, take my lineman's belt out, throw it around the tree while I'm still on the ground, clip in, and I'd be ready to go. And I would use this, my lineman's belt, to climb as I put my next stick on and get ready. But since I'm not going that high, I'll just stay right here so you guys can see. I then take my platform, set it up here. I reach back into this back pouch here. I'm gonna unzip it and grab my strap. I'm going to hook open the platform to start, just a little ways. I'm actually going to unhook this now from my carabiner that was holding it. Kind of rests on my lineman's belt there. I'm going to unhook this, and I'm going to hook it up to the button on here. Then, pro tip here, on a saddle, what I like to do is, in line with my top step, when I'm way up in the tree, my top step, I like to put my platform level with that, so that when I'm stepping around the tree, I have another thing to step on, which is my last step. So I would actually usually be a stick down from here, and I would, just going to pull this lineman's belt off, because usually it wouldn't be in the way, but it is because I'm standing on the ground, obviously. So pretend I have my lineman's belt, I'm standing on the stick below this. I would be about down here. I throw my my platform up, get ready to go. Throw this around. And this is part of why I really recommend having your lineman's belt around the tree, is because that allows you to kind of rest on that lineman's belt, pull them against the tree, and use both of your hands to operate what you need to get done. So once I get that around, I'll tighten it up just a little bit, and then pull it up, and finish cinching it a little ways. So now I'm tight, but as you can see, this is flipped up a little bit, so I'm going to flip it all the way back up, spin it around the tree a little more so it doesn't hit my stick. I'm going to cinch it down there, and then while I'm standing on my top step, I'm going to push this down on here to cinch it, and then I'm going to cam this down even further to get a really nice, good seat in there. So you're good and cammed. That way, when you rotate around the tree, this doesn't move side to side on you. But, so I'd have my lineman's belt around, hooked in, easy enough. I get up, step over onto my platform. At this point, I like to cinch up my lineman's belt a little bit, so it holds me closer to the tree. And then I'll pull out my tether. Then, once I have my tether out, I'm going to throw it around the tree. As always, just loop it right through there. Pull the whole thing through. Get that nice and high. I'm not going to go, I would usually put it kind of up here, but because these are here, I'm just going to go for here, right here for now. And when you're loose, position it to the right of you, so that when you sit down, it's straight. And I will put my tether up, down a little bit, And then I'll take my bridge, lock myself into my bridge, right here, take this carabiner, lock in, tighten up my tether, and drop my lineman belt. So now I'm tethered to the tree, ready to hunt. I like to hang my lineman belt with the carabiner back up here, and I like to just leave it like that, or you can throw it around the tree or put it away in your bag, but I like to leave it here. That way I can hang my bag on here if I need to, if I'm running a smaller bag, or I could pull my lineman's belt completely off and go around the tree with it, and it's like another tether that I can hook my bag to. So that works pretty well. But as you can see, I can rotate all the way around the tree without my platform slipping. And then when you get back over here, you have that other stick to push off of. I can shoot 360 with my bow and get all the way around. And I'm hands-free, good to go. I can rotate around. If your platform slips a little bit, what I would recommend is to hop back on the stick. You can throw your lineman's belt back around if you're up in the tree. That way you don't fall down. But I'm a foot off the ground, so I'm not going to do that right now. Throw your lineman's back around. Tip the platform back up, all the way flat like this. Here, I'll show you. Take the platform back up and push it down again, real nice and tight. And then as you're pushing down, cam it down again. Re-cam it down so that it sits nice and snug on that platform, and you can just be secure with where you're at. Let's see it up. My saddle a little bit, that way I can sit more square and swing around, or I can turn all the way around on that bridge. Make sure my legs are tight. But yeah, that just allows you to get a little more square with the tree. That's basically how you set that up. Again, as I'm going up the tree, I'm going to be using my lineman's belt a lot, because that's your safety aider on the way up. It's a big thing. You want to be as safe as you can all the time so you can keep hunting for a long time. So, around the tree, lineman's belt when I go down. Same thing on the way down as on the way up. Hook your lineman's belt in, get it to where you feel comfy, you can pull against it. Then I'm going to pull my tether, unclip myself from my tether after I have my lineman's belt clipped up. So my tether is free, as you can see. I'll pull my tether off, throw it back in my pouch, and yeah, that will be it. And as I come down, I like to tuck, pro tip, like to tuck my bridge in my belt here, because what will happen, especially on the way up, is as you're going down here, I'll demonstrate, you're going to want to, if your bridge is hanging down, you're going to want to catch the bottom of your stick and uncinch it. See, now it's loose, so you want to make sure that doesn't catch on your stick. So I like to just tuck that in my belt there, and it makes it a little easier, I think. So, yeah, that's everything. You can hang in your saddle just fine. I'll run over the costs here in a minute. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna run you through the costs and everything of all the essentials. I'm not gonna run you through the camera arm or the pack or anything, or the camera, because honestly, you don't need that stuff. You can use a normal backpack. You can, if you want to use a camera, if you have a camera or something, you want a camera arm, the Muddy camera arm is a really nice, cheap option. It's a little on the bigger, heavier side, but if you're looking for something cheap, it's a good way to go. But I'm gonna run you through the costs of everything, excluding the little packs I already had, but I think you can find packs on Amazon for like 15 bucks or something. I'm sure you could use whatever you got lying around. But I'm running through the price of the platform, the saddle, the XOP Mutant, as I said. Again, the saddle is the XOP Edge. And then the Hawk Helium Gen 2 climbing sticks. And yeah, I'll run you through the cost here really quick. All right, so on the XOP stuff, the XOP, the two XOP items, the Edge platform and the Mutant Saddle. You can get them both on XOP or Amazon, whatever, separately. And I believe the platform is like $120 or something, or real close to that, 120, 130, something right around there. They're on sale right now at the time of recording this video for like $100, I think. So that's a really nice, cheap option for if you're looking for your first platform, or just a good platform overall for budget friendly. And then the XOP Mutant Saddle, which does not come with these little pouches. I put those on there that I had separately. It does come with your lineman's belt and your tether, so all your ropes and everything you need to get started is right here. You don't need to buy anything separately. It comes with your ropes, your saddle, your bridge, all the clips and everything you're going to need. So excluding the pouches, it's got everything you need. I believe this retails on XOP's website for $130, I think it is. So another really good affordable option. But I'm going to run you through the cheapest way to do it, which is how I did it, was to, if you go on XOP's website, you can click on the little dashes up in the corner, and you can go to Hunt. I believe it's like Hunt Options or Kits or something like that, and you can get bundles. So I bought the bundle. I don't remember what the bundle's called, but it comes with the platform and the saddle with the ropes and everything like it does as it normally does. And you can get all of that stuff together. Again, your platform, your saddle, your ropes, everything, for $179.99, which is $180. Seems like a lot of money. Really not. My whole setup, including the Hawk Helium Gen 2s, is $300, around $300. A little less, but just around $300. So, yeah, again, like I said, you can get the $120 platform and the $130 saddle for $180, which is crazy. That's like you're buying the saddle for $130, and then you're getting, what is that, $50 platform, which is really, really incredible deal that they do that. I'm really glad that they do that. It makes it nice and affordable for young hunters, or just people wanting to get into it, or maybe you want to get into saddle hunting but you don't know if you want to fully commit to it yet or not, or you just want to try it out. You know, the XOP Mutant is a great way to go. Again, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just really like their product. It's very comfortable. It seems it's just a very simplistic saddle, and it seems like it would be maybe a little less comfortable, but it's really not. It doesn't get hot on you. A lot of saddles you get kind of sweaty in. This one, it's got good breathable mesh. Everything's sewn professionally. Great looking saddle, but it's very simple. It's not, doesn't weigh a lot, and yeah, it's just a really comfortable, affordable saddle. So if you're looking for the best option, in my opinion, for an affordable saddle setup, you can go. I'm sure there's plenty of other saddles out there that you could do, but as far as, I think this is the cheapest saddle on the market that comes with ropes, if I remember correctly. I know Tethered has their grit line, which is still pretty affordable, but I think the saddle's still like $300, which is this whole setup combined. So it is, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm loving it so far. It's very comfortable. The platform cams down really good. It's got big aggressive teeth on it, keeps it stable. I added a little stealth strip here just because when you close this, it's not needed, but this is metal on metal. It's very nice stiff, so it doesn't like clink around or anything, but I just added that so it's a little quieter. Okay, next I'm going to run you over the Hawk Helium Gen 2s. So I believe this is one of the cheapest. I mean, there's probably cheaper sticks out there, but this is probably one of the cheapest hunting sticks that is like pretty good quality. I'm sure you could find some knockoffs on Amazon or something, but as far as known brand hunting sticks, I believe these are one of the cheapest options out there. And again, this attachment method gets a little loose, but it's for $100. Again, these cost $120, I think I paid for the Gen 2s. So for $120, I'm not complaining. This is all I could ask for. But Anyway, comes with 4 sticks. These are the 20-inch 4-pack. I got them on Amazon just because I got free shipping. I believe you can get them on their website too, but I think on Amazon they're actually cheaper. 120 bucks. They fold out. Another really nice thing is if you're familiar with the tethered Skeletors, they fold out. When you fold them out, here I'll show you. So they're sitting nice and folded in, but when you fold them out, they don't just go straight out 90 like the original Hawk Heliums. These are the Gen 2s. They actually have a big angle to them. So when they're straight, you're kind of right up against the tree, and your toes, like, let's say it was like this, it was straight, your toes, your calves start burning, you're trying to go up the tree. But when you're angled like this, you can actually get a lot more of your foot on there. So it allows you to just get a lot more of your foot on there, get a lot more stable stance. You don't have to worry about toes slipping off or digging into your boots real hard. You just set the center of your foot on there. Depends on how big a feet you got, but yeah, so pretty. They come with AM steel cords, so there's not really a defined way to wrap these up that I know of, but what I do is I just take them, I wrap them around the bracket that goes on the tree, like so. I don't know if you can see that. Just wrap them around there, keep them nice and tight, and then I just fold them into this little thing right here, and they seem to stay just fine. But I just fold them through one of those. Or the other thing you can do is you can fold it through and then set it in there and cam it closed. I don't like doing that because I don't want to damage the AM steel, but not that the end of the rope is really gonna matter. Anyway, close that up, wrap this around a couple ways, nice and easy, just like so. It's wrapped up, ready to go. Again, these little brackets on the back just clip on to this little button here and this little guy here. And they just slide into place like so. I don't know if there's anything else to say. Again, a little wiggle, not super loose. If you're gonna carry them by like one of these sticks by the top, I would recommend carrying them upside down, because what'll happen is as you're walking, if you're carrying this stick right here and you just have all your sticks, the weight can pull these off, and it just kind of, you can drop your sticks, and obviously nobody wants to drop their sticks, so you can pull them like that. So that's just specifically if you are if you're trying to hang them by like the end here, I would recommend doing it like so that they stay secure. So anyway, alright, so overall, I know you're wondering, how much does this setup cost? I'm sure you could piece it together, go back in the video and piece around the different pieces, but if you buy the package of the saddle platform and the saddle, again, that's the XOP Edge and the XOP Mutant. The Edge is the platform, the Mutant is the saddle. If you buy that package with your ropes, it's going to cost you $179.99, $180 retail with no sale. So if you buy that package and then the Hawk Helium Gen 2s on Amazon where I got them, I'm pretty sure they were $114. So you're going to be $180 plus the $114 is going to be right around $300 total for your whole setup, so you can get out there hunting. In my opinion, it's probably the best budget setup out there that I've found to date. Sure, there's a little more expensive setups. You can go if you're looking around that 500 range, 600 range, but for $300, it's when you compare it to other saddles, it's probably the best, in my opinion, for a budget saddle, if you're trying to go as cheap as possible while still getting a good quality product. Overall, I love this saddle. This is my setup for 2025. It's a great budget option if you're looking for the cheapest saddle you can get while still having a quality product. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you could like and subscribe, share this video, drop a comment on what you'd like to see next, that'd be much appreciated. As always, have a blessed day, and see you guys on the next one.